Hello, I'm John Proxy on Channel Journalist. I'm having a Danganronpa trigger. No, it's Danganronpa 2, isn't it? We're in a sequel now. Goodbye, Despair Adventure. There's a tiny robot rabbit there. You don't really need to bother with. We are going to finish this investigation. And I presume get into a trial, our very first trial of the second game. Sounds like he's found his earring. What the? There was that loud voice just now. Alright, I guess it flashes purple every time I earn a little bit. So that doesn't do anything. Maybe he might finally managed to use the toilet.
Huh?
I feel so light-hearted right now. I, Nekamaru Nadai, have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to whom?
Oh!
I won't lose to anyone, not even my past self. That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about? He had a poo game.
Shit!
What? I don't know who was behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly after the party started. I've been trying. He says that he's been using it, but we remember one. However, if you think about... Alright, his voice is too hard for me to... However, if you think I'd be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. In other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he's shaken up by the whole ordeal. Oh well, best not to go into it. Anyway, you're saying that the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout.
So what I mean is...
And the bathroom was finally unoccupied by Akuya's body after the body was found. That's about how long it lasted. What he says sounds stupid and irreverent, but I should remember it just in case. Found myself a truth bullet. Nekamaru's account has been added to the truth bullet section. Cool. Almost on level 18. Very exciting. Let's check out the body. If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit of what I want to say. Did you find out anything? I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body.
Well...
And I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It could be assumed that a very thin, like a skewer, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to stab him over and over again, which is what I believe. Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry. Talking about it has made me sad. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say. I'm sorry. Still around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. An awl? What's an awl? Alright, hang on. Got a true bullet. Awl. A scratch awl is a woodworking layout and point-making tool. Ah, it is used to make a scribe line. Is used to scribe a line to be followed by a handsaw or chisel when making woodworking joints and other operations. A scratch awl is basically a steel spike with tip sharpened to a fine point. Huh. There's stitching awls as well. Oh, fair enough. My dad had one of those in his toolbox, which I wanted to steal, but my sister got it. So, I distinctly remember that going, oh, wanted your toolbox, it means I have to buy my own. Anyway, got the autopsy results. And I learned what an all is. What does she know? Why are you in the room, gamer? I'll talk to you last.
Hey!
Hey, you here! Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wandering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey!
Well, just take a look at this. Just as you told me, using the 2 photos I took before the blackout, I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did the diagram, this diagram was the result. Okay, I'm just gonna stare awkwardly at the screen while I figure out why my cursor wasn't in place. Okay, there we go. Just gonna put it there. So, let's have a look at this. So this is the diagram. All the windows are covered. Bathroom is locked. Where are the okay. I can use my cursor for the time being, can't I? So here's where everyone was standing. And they're going to go through the fact that certain people said certain things. You know what, I can bring my... there. We can live there for the time being. Right, so... This... Fuyuhiko... I forgot Chiaki was at the door. That's the gamer girl, isn't it? Peko wasn't in there. She wasn't in the bathroom because the bathroom was locked. So she obviously left. Although, saying that, wouldn't Chiaki have noticed? Or did she mention that Teruto was in there? But the important point is that Bayaka would have gone through Akane, but Akane didn't make noise. Somebody shouted at him. Who did it? I don't know anyone's names. I'm sure this will be useful. This is quite good. I like this. AC there. Storage room. Very cool. I don't know. All the people I would have thought seem to be here, unless they turned the light off, went downstairs, stabbed upwards, and came back in. That's a lot to do in a short period of time. Teruto? Teruto as the first murderer would be pretty weird. I thought it would be one of the girls, to be honest. I don't know why my gut feeling said it was one of the girls. Okay. I can't bother to figure out like how that helps, but I'm sure it works with the sound as well. Let me see what they say. So this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. I made this diagram from analysing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought. Byakuya was standing in at a far distance from the table. Yeah, I mean, you saw that in the photo. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. Really? What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the lamp? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp. If that cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means...
Hey!
So, did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labour. Yeah, those are the 2 options. I'm just going to move my face when I find it. There we go. Back to where it was. No, it wasn't a waste at all.
Huh?
It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that clue is hidden here. An extremely important clue. Okay, I've got to make a decision.
Alrighty, guys! It's finally time! That's right! It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Yay!
Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it. That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Monokuma Rock. Got ourselves a title to the episode. A mountain with the carving of Monokuma's face at the central island. Are we on the central island? Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, I don't know why I must have missed it. Oh, we've already been teleported to the central island. That's it. Just want to check out on this. Because, oh, wow. It's been a while since we cleaned it. Right, so I have to make a decision. Let's hope I went the right way. This levels up Jabberwock Park. Alright, we picked a weird way to get there, but we're leveling up at the very least. I get to think. There's one of those things. That might... what's it called? Oh my word. John, that's a really common thing. What? A lighthouse. Thank you. Oh, wow. Brain just broke. So the amount of islands presumably tells us... There we go. How many murders there are. Monokuma Rock!
Are you kidding me?
What the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma?
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all of this. You mean what Byakuya said before?
You are right.
Byakuya. We still need his knowledge. I can't believe he's dead. I never got to talk to you, did I? What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know! They probably ran away!
No way!
Oh, hell no! There's no way I'd let them escape, you know! Look, I dragged this one back over here!
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go!
Hey!
Hey now!
Come on now!
If you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up!
Hey!
Fuyuhiko, what are you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. Wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Mihiro, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam.
What happened,
I am
sir?
right here.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. He's got his earring back. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
Please, wait a second.
What's this?
Mono-me, what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic mascot!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh well, I'm a big brother that dotes on his little sister. I shall allow you your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance. Was it? Secret entrance? Okay, I'm gonna choose... This is right before the elevator, right? So assuming it's the same rhythm, I get a chance to look at all my evidence, and I'll choose them. Oh, who did it? Who was the bad one? I thought I'd get something else. Okay. So it wasn't the knife that killed him. Why is there got blood on it? I still think it's his knife. But they haven't told us how to get under. We never checked the toilet. I'm a bit worried we're missing evidence. Oh, yes. Okay, Hayoko and Nagito. Hayoko and Nagito. Those are the two things. Where's the map? Hang on. Where's the map? Fire door. Okay, that's apparently relevant as well. Okay, that's really interesting as well, yeah. Storage room tablecloth. Why is there? All the irons were on to break the AC, I think. Okay, I already forgot the names. Mihiro and Hiyoko. I want to see the map again. Why isn't it on the list? That's annoying. Oh well. Should I talk to them all first?
Be happy!
You humans have been spared.
So annoying.
Jeez, how boring.
You!
Whatever, let's go inside already. Oh, I'm fine. What the? Something's shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Whoa. Something came out.
No way.
Could it be he's telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even the Crimson Steel Elephant, Magazi, is trembling with fear.
Whoa!
That's totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of us is real. Anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's just no way. No way we'll find the killer.
Stupid!
Complaining won't get us anywhere. you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We've no choice but to keep moving forwards. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaken with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. As our problems were escalating as well, I won't think of it anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upwards intently as the escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock, we all got shooken to death. There's a lift. Oh, there's literally a lift. Oh, an elevator, sorry. I want to show everyone what the elevator looks like with all the people on. Or most of the people on. As soon as I... There we go. No. Hang on. So it's right... It's here or right after here that I get to review my evidence. There I am in the middle. Of course. This fellow here I don't trust at all. But I don't think he did it. Right. This is an elevator. I see this entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
If he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. Why didn't we start from the ground? You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips so tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. Doesn't look suspicious? Oh, no one can see my face. Only way. I'm looking at these going, well, 5 people never leave, right? So maybe they're painted on. But that would be stupid. Like, they'd never let it go work like that. I've decided, though, that Sonya definitely isn't getting to the end of the game. Neither is this guy here. He is, obviously. But not the big guy. Here we were, listening to the unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then the elevator door slowly opened.
Welcome!
Okay, welcome! This is the Clash Trial Field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you...
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
Don't fuck with me!
You fucking crazy. Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on. You're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked around towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Tagami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader, tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. Okay, I don't know if that screen exists anymore that I was waiting for. One where you review all your evidence and choose all your skills. So I wanted to see that. That's a bit of a weird screen to show. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. I bet she's everyone's favourite. I don't know why. I get the feeling. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. If it's really true. There we go. We need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, blowing with hope and despair, has begun. Right, I guess I'm going to save my game. I haven't... Oh, sweet! This was when I was going to decide. So I can change the difficulty? I'm not going to. Set skills. They're all set. So, we're going to go for all the evidence. We're going to figure out who did it. So... The estimated time of death was 11:30. The victim was repeatedly stabbed 10 times between throat and abdominal region, resulting in death. Aside from that, the body has no other external injuries. No chemical such as poison was detected. The body was under the table. The body under the table is face down, as if Byakuya was reaching for something. Yeah, he was trying to get the knife. Presumably. The bloodstained knife found under the table where the body was discovered. A glowing paint-like substance coats it. I mean, also blood. So, someone's been stabbed with that knife. I guess. All the blood formed around the body underneath the table. A lot of the blood was splattered against the inside of the tablecloth. Also, there's no sign that the body was dragged through the blood stain. So maybe the tablecloth was underneath the building as well, and that pulled underneath there, and then it was thrown away afterwards. Why though? Floors in the dining hall was full of gaps. Gundam dropped one of his earrings through these gaps. Somebody stabbed upwards. The AC timer in both of the rooms was set to 11:30, so I assume just that was to overload the AC and that caused the blackout. Found under the table where the body was discovered, apparently it came from a supermarket. So let me think about this. Somebody knew he was going to go under the table, because nobody dragged him under the table. Everyone would have heard that. So who knew beforehand that he was going to be under the table? During the blackout, Mikan tripped and fell in the dining hall. By the time the lights came on, she'd ended up in a compromising position. Oh, okay, during the blackout. Okay, I'm going to change the screen, I'm afraid. So she would have bumped into somebody as well. If I can get access to that bloody map. The case, okay, so we know that nobody got, none of the weapons were in the case. That's all that exists for, to tell us that none of the weapons are in there. Okay. This would be useful if I could see the bloody map. Okay, photographer says it's the blackout. Kazuchi can't see anything. The blueprint says it's pitch black. The hero says everyone calm down, we're going to stay in a situation. Hiyoko, somebody stepped on Hiyoko's feet. Okay, why didn't I just look at both names? Okay. Sorry. What the hell? What's going on here? This is... Okay, so... What the hell? What's going on here is said too late, right? It's not about the blackout, it's about something else. This is... So he wasn't expecting the knife to have blood on? Then somebody bumps into Nagito. Akane never stopped eating. Toro comes in. So the breaker overloaded, as she said. Then Kazuchi says, I'll go along the wall and do something about it. I need that picture. So this was just the overload breaker. This I have no idea. Like, why... Was he stabbed somewhere else and dragged? No. Gas stove in the kitchen was powered by electricity. Why is that important? He poured his heart and soul into dishing various cookies. What? Did I say... What did I say then? Whatever. However, Akane and Pekka were the only ones who ate them. Okay. If fire breaks out, the fire door in the hallway of the old building can be shut to keep the fire from spreading. Why didn't we look at them? Oh. Sorry, I'm an idiot. They close like that. I thought there were two doors. Yeah. Okay, why is the fire door relevant? Kazuchi said he couldn't find the room, right? Did he say that? No, he went to the office. Didn't see anyone there, including Pekka. Why is the fire door important? Why did... Knife found at the scene was not included in the kitchen equipment list, so it was put there before. Okay, iron plate for barbecue and portable stove for cooking hot pots. Okay, it's looking like Teru did it. Because what this is saying is that he did have a way of moving around. It's saying there was a portable stove, which means it had power, it had light. So iron plate and a portable stove. So if we go to him, he says there's a gas stove in the kitchen. This says there's a portable stove, which obviously isn't electric because it's portable. I mean, it could be battery powered. When Chiaki was standing guard outside, Fuyuhiko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. There's a murder threat. During the blackout, Kazuchi headed straight to the office and didn't see Pekka. There was... See, I thought that was a literal skewer. Kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started. Someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. Who was using the bathroom? Pekko? Okay, yeah. It was Pekka Yama that was using the bathroom. Okay, cool. Okay, my only guess is that it was Teru. So let's go with that. I think the first murderer is Teru Teru, the chef. Let's confirm his name. Teru Teru Hanamura. We finished preparations. I'm ready. And I genuinely don't know.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave.
Such a cruel rule.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize I'd move it on.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monokuma, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Well, I guess he could have slipped. Like, the holes are pretty small, he's pretty little.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Somebody done got murdered.
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that, no thinking about if is a waste of time. No, thinking about if, well, whatever. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you'll be engaged in a number of non-stop debates. During one of these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder, if you say so, game. Use the left stick to move the reticle, and fire with a button. I don't know which button that means. I don't have a square button. We'll figure that out. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and choose your truth bullets to blast them at once. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Make your argument! Knife, bloodstained gaps.
Why?
Oh, my face is in the goddamn way, isn't it? Oh.
In a place like that.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery!
Right, so I missed
Like
part
a
of it.
dog burying a bone!
Huh? What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No,
No,
that's wrong. Oh, it's a different voice, isn't it? I'm gonna keep doing that anyway.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Oh, well, having to move their bloody face every time is gonna get annoying.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Hope somebody kills you.
I respond better to praise, you know.
Right. I realised what I just did. There we go. Now it's sort of off angle for both places.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
Yeah, but why?
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Yes!
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
Ah!
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Was he?
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the blackout. What? If it's connected to what he was doing during the party, then it's probably... Oh. I'm going for the knife. Oh, so he was just defending himself. And here was me judging him.
I can prove it with this! It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
How?
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Oh, he was me thinking he just... No, because he would have had somebody...
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment.
Because what they're saying here is that he noticed the light, the glowing light.
Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
For somebody who wasn't in the room.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
No, it isn't. No, it's nothing like a real trial. During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there'll be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there are, there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at that time. This means there will be false weak points. If you shoot a false weak point with a truth bullet, Not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll lower the trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. I'm also going to preemptively move my face here. Let's hope that's right. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll fail, so please be extra careful. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Oh, hang on, hello. What I'm gonna do is I want this to face me right as I am here. Right? That's basically facing me. And then I don't need to lean forwards. And if I shift this slightly, I'm going to naturally look there. Alright, sorry. You have to rely on your own logic to determine the weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. And if you concentrate by holding down the RB button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! It's only knife, we've already had knife. Night vision goggles.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham-Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
That's not true.
I doubt he could have seen the killer.
Cool. I was in the wrong place then, so I'm just gonna move my face a little bit. Okay. There. Okay, I need to find the medium between... once I figure out the two places, then I can do this more consistently. Okay,
I'm sure Byakuya during the black... That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer...
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong! It's not as funny as... No, that's wrong!
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Okay. So... I'm just gonna have to... put my finger in a place. Alright, I'm just touching on the screen. Now if I do that... There we go. 2. Right, the camera should go... There! Lovely. Cool. So I've just found the kind of center place for the camera. I can actually put it there, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Ooh. What?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mihiro's sudden argument? I was surprised by a sudden argument. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. We were all surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Oh, you bastard. Now then, when this argument surfaces, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. In this mode, you'll have to counter the other person's claim even, draw out their weak spots and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, diagonally, or sideways. What? And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, you'll have to ignore the other person's remarks. It will skew towards, if you ignore towards their advantage. Yeah. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of debate. You will lose some counter sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage, For a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. What does any of this mean? This means the conversation will develop. Well, that's not what I was asking, game, but okay, fine. You did. If that happens, they'll end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like the regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the button. Triangle, I guess. Why? I don't have a triangle, it's an Xbox controller. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth bullet, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Oh, sorry, I didn't say truth bullet. I should have said truth blade. Completely different thing. I'm terribly sorry, it appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. Because of course they will. Of course. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but I don't think a change. But don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the tab button, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, what? Oh, hang on, I need
If you just use common sense.
I'm just going to use my common sense to move my face on a ball screen. About there. John, you can actually see. Well, it's different during this one.
The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Okay, what? I failed that. A little bit more, and I can draw something out next time.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I've
advanced.
proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Found a hole in the argument. Sure, he bought the night vision goggles only to refute her claim.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. That's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Okay, that was really weird.
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
Okay, she might be my favorite.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
You just did, just then.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case. Since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
So this replaces the sort of rhythm thing?
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Okay, now I don't think it was him anymore.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was bought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party. The duct tape proves it.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
Huh? Duct tape?
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond, being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Weren't you in the cottage?
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Oh god, you really are just like that girl. Kyoko. You think so too?
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
By the way, the red flashing thing is much better than them going.
Those are still lies!
I know they still do that as well.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
You should have told us you received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
I want to try and get their voices a little bit louder.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe in that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
No! It's the end of the episode.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision
They
goggles.
didn't need to because they stabbed through the floorboards.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. I'm gonna let you go here. No, I'm not. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hand. It's the glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
Is indeed.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Right now I can say. I'm not really.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Okay, that sounds like the end.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
That's a new point. Because, yeah, we can refute that. So, I've been John Fox and Channel John on the West. I've been having a Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair Adventure. And see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.